In the past 5 months, I've been building around Lovable, and I've been playing around building projects with Lovable. Uh, Most of the projects that I built were very nice ones, but some of them had some little problems. So this was how I used to solve the problem. So when you want to start building project with Lovable, you must evaluate to see if that project is, let's say, maybe a project that you are going to be using to serve customers, or it's just a hobby project that you are going to do. So you have to, the first thing I have to do is I'll take my time to make preparations and see which stack is going to work much better for the project that I'm doing. So imagine you're working on a project or maybe a SaaS app that's going to allow users to generate pictures. You need to use stack. You consider using a stack like Next.js, which simplifies the use of API, and then just get an API provider, and then you just make it work. So most people building with Lovable forget to make preparations and then their stack evaluation, because bro, you can't skip this. This is what you have to do before you start building with Lovable. So you have to plan, make preparations on what you want to build. Look for the stack that is going to work much better for what you are building, and then understand the complexity of what you are building. Once you understand the complexity, then you break them down. So to the prompting, what I'll mostly do is I'll head over to ChatGPT. So when I head over to ChatGPT, I'm going to tell him that, hey, maybe trying to build this site. Maybe there is this site that I'm trying to build. Give me a system prompt, and it's going to do that very well, right? This is going to be one of the shortest courses that you ever need to know everything about Lovable. What you have to know is that Lovable uses Cloud 3.5 Sonnet, which means you have to go through a long process before you have to set up a project. So it just deals with React, Vite, and Superbase. So React is created by Meta to just create responsive pages, and then there are many frameworks that are working much better than this and are more simplified, right? So the use of Superbase has made it simpler, so you don't have to create another separate backend. You can just create your backend on Superbase using edge functions. You just set them up. Once you set them up, or most things that lovable builders forget to do is they don't try to test their security and the security that they need. So I had a prompt that was going to help you check whether your app is very secure to be launched. So I'm going to share the prompt in a second. You could see this prompt. Get ready to deploy in production, but I want to make sure my project is locked down from security perspective. I'm mindful. So without pasting this prompt, you're just going to deploy a project that has vulnerabilities. Hackers can just use your app to do some. They're just going to load the super base with unwanted servers and attacks. So you have to take this thing into consideration. And one of the most important thing that you have to look at is your branding. All right. Lovable has been fine-tuned in a particular way to just create the UIs for you. It's just good at creating UIs. So when you want something customizable, you have to make sure that you have the branding in mind, you have the design in mind, or you just go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to generate you a design prompt that's going to follow as a rule. You just upload it and it's going to do much better, right? So you don't have to waste more time on this. All you have to do when you want to start a Lovable project, you have to prepare, make the preparations, look for the stack that you want to use. Lovable only limited to React with Superbase, so don't try to use Astro or any framework. And then take take over your designing. Consider branding them, design prompting. Yeah. So this is all I want to do. If you really like this video, you can give a like.